everybody, thanks for joining me. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Guinness Extra Stout. Now this is a pretty commonly available beer, and you've probably had it before, but the point of today's video is going to be to calibrate our tastes on a beer that not only is pretty quintessential for a style, but also pretty widely available. So, to start off, this is a mass-produced beer made by the parent company Diageo, which is a very large beverage company, but they own the rights to Guinness, and the Extra Stout you may not have had before. It has a little extra kick, it's a little tougher to go down, but it's still a really good drink, and if you're new to stouts, it's probably going to be worth giving it a shot. If you're a pretty seasoned beer drinker, you've either had this before, or you'll like it, and it's not going to be too difficult for you to drink. So, as a review, we're going to be looking at this in these different categories. Visuals, basically how visually appealing is both the bottle and the beer when it's poured. Taste, initial impressions of the taste and strength of taste. Also, what it's supposed to be, can you taste the ingredients clearly? The style, how closely it adheres to the type of beer that it's supposed to be. The drinkability, how easily it goes down. X factor, what sets this beer apart from others like it. And value, basically money for quality, how good of a buy is it. All of these, as well as an overall rating, will be out of 7. Hence the name of the video. So, starting off, Guinness has a sort of easily identifiable branded harp. You can see in the foreground here, and you may have seen there other beers. Harp is a lighter variety, also made by Guinness. This is very simple seal, very old school, as a signature right there. St. James Gate, Dublin, telling you that it's made indeed in Ireland. The 5.6% ABV is a little bit higher, I think, than the draft. Don't go drinking too many of them, but 11.2 fluid ounces, slightly smaller than your standard bottle. So let's open it up and take a look. What's very special about this beer is super dark and highly roasted. You get almost a burnt, crisp smell to it. And as you can see, it's pitch black. Very little head on this pour. I think varying from the draft, which is a nitro, I think this is a carbonated brew, and you can see it's more of a typical head, little bubbles there that don't really seem to mix or recede quite so quickly. They're bubbling up from the bottom. Very inviting, very dark. Let's say for visuals, it's a little bit over standard. It's 5 out of 7. Very old-fashioned feel to it. Now for the taste. This is where Guinness is just, a characteristic taste. That roasted nature of the malt comes through. That's what gives it the color, the caramelization, that very thick, heavy taste. It's black, it's almost burnt to a crisp, but that gives it a very interesting character, and it's purely from the roasted barley malt in there. When they say stout, it's a little extra bitter, and that again complements very nicely the toasted, roasted nature of it. These tastes overall very defining for not only what a Guinness is, but also what you expect out of a stout. It's a 6 out of 7 for the taste. Bleeding into the style, like I said, Guinness pretty much is the pinnacle, the standard for stouts, and known worldwide. I don't know why it can get anything other than a 7 for being the flag bearer for the stout. Drinkability, this might vary for you. I find Guinness, all forms of Guinness, highly drinkable and can put them down pretty quickly. This is no exception. the average drinking population may not find it go down so easily. I give it a 6 out of 7. A 12 pack may not last me that long. I love this stuff. No matter how heavy and thick it may seem going down, and even filling, as beer is known to have a good amount of calories to it. That being said, it's still a really good drink. Complements food very well, and a very versatile beer. You may not choose to session this and knock back a few, but I've definitely been known to. This is very good, very drinkable. 6 out of 7, like I said. The X factor here, the thing that sets this apart from basically all the other stouts, is that A, it's a Guinness, which is very hard to replicate, and the roasted nature of the malt is just so particular, so crispy, so to that edge of any further and you'd think it would be unusable, but it has this thick, black, just bitter nature to it, and is X Factor a 6 out of 7. It sets itself apart pretty well. It's hard to replicate a Guinness. For value, that's again where this shines. This is a very commonly available, widespread beer. You can find it in grocery stores, and at that, it's at a pretty good price point too. Either in a 6 or a 12 pack. The 12 pack you can find for $18, maybe $16. Sometimes on sale as low as $13 if you're getting really lucky. That's a really good buy for a beer that's thick, full, that you're gonna love to drink, and you know, that's one of the best buys in the section. For me, if I can't ever decide what I want, or if it's on sale, I'm going right for this. So, all in all, if you have never tried Guinness Extra Stout, it's a 6 out of 7 overall, a 7 out of 7 on the value, very high marks all around. A 6 out of 7 and not a 7 out of 7 because within stouts, there's a lot of room for perfection. To say that Guinness is imperfect is not correct. It's its own thing, it's highly recognizable, and always a good buy. Definitely give it a shot. I love some Guinness Extra Stout. Let me know what you guys think, if you've had this before, and let me know some suggestions heading forward. Thanks, guys.